Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As usual, I am your host Salis Yusuf, and we're going to continue with our series on the possible Black Star squad that is going to be named by Coach Otto Addo next week. 35 to 55 players he's allowed to call. We have been looking at the players for the defensive line. Yesterday, I started off with the goalkeepers and the defenders, and today I'm moving on to the midfielders. As usual, subscribe if you have not. Click on the notification bell to get more updates. Before I go into the midfielders, I like to make a correction from yesterday. I think I missed out on Alidu Seidu, one of the players who I think would go to Qatar. I think Alidu Seidu will be part of the provisional list, at least heading into Qatar 2022. Some of you are talking about the inclusion of Danlad Ibrahim. I don't know what will happen, but the Ghana Premier League players, if any of them should be able to make in there, there's a quota of money going to be paid to the clubs of players who participate in the World Cup, and most of the money, a chunk of it, will go to the European clubs. There's been this debate that should locally based players be shoehorned into the national team to help the local leagues get some funding to help boost them in some way or the other. What do you think about the argument here that has been going on social media? I saw the argument on Twitter. There was a space created on it. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Should local players be shoehorned in there just because of that financial benefit that will be given by FIFA to them to help boost them? Let me know what you think. In the past, it has been given to them. What did they do with it? That's a good question we all need answers to. But let's get right into the midfielders today, and I'll start off with the obvious suspects, the usual suspects, as I'll say it. Thomas Partey should be in there. I know a lot of you have not been happy with Partey not playing, especially in the international friendly. Rumors arrive about Partey and his commitment to Ghana. It's just safe to say that Thomas Partey will be at Qatar 2022. He will be ready and fit to play. Arsenal are pushing for the English Premier League title. Top of the league, Manchester City breathing down their necks, and it's going to be an interesting one. They need all their players fully fit, but you can be sure that the World Cup in Qatar 2022 will feature Thomas Partey, a great man in the middle for Ghana. He got the goal that got us to the World Cup. He will be important for us at Qatar 2022. This season, he has had a few injury concerns, has been managed well by the Arsenal medical team. Hopefully, he continues in that vein, and Partey maintains his fitness to feature for Ghana. This season, he's found the back of the net once, a beautiful goal at that versus Tottenham Hotspur, the derby. He's been immaculate in that midfield and stringing things together for the Gunners. Partey, number one on the list for me. Next is Kudus Mohammed. A great season so far he's had after initially not getting as much playing time for his club side. He has grown into the team, being given the chance from the subs bench. He found the back of the net, being given the chance in there, and he has started encouraging found the back of the net. Tonight he would have a chance to probably score in his fourth consecutive Champions League game. He scored in the first 3 Champions League games this season. We'll see what happens on that front. But Kudus Mohammed, great season so far. There have been some criticism of how he dilly-dallies on the ball before releasing it. Kudus will hope to improve that. And I know Kudus, if anything, will look to be better than he was when he was playing with Ghana. And he has always been improving this season. Hopefully he does do that. He was a substitute over the weekend. This midweek in the Champions League, hopefully he does get to start for his club side. My next player is Baba Idrisu. Many criticism have been leveled against him after the international friendly games, but Baba Idrisu for RCD Mallorca has been immense. It goes to question the system, probably the style we play. It has been questioned a lot by Coach Otto Addo and what he is doing with the team. But Baba Idrisu obviously has to be in the Ghana national team to go to Qatar 2022. One of our defensive midfielders who partners with Partey at times, and they have a good understanding, at least from the few games I've watched them play together. Idrisu and Partey have formed some partnership in that midfield, which we hope can continue in Qatar. Baba Idrisu there for me. Daniel Kofiche, 3 games, 3 goals in the last 3 games he has played in, and I have to say he is fine-tuning himself for the World Cup. Should be in Qatar and should be played in his favorite position where he is thriving right now. It's all about systems with these players, and the thing is that a player who plays a certain system in his club side might need something similar to that in the national team to thrive. That being said, you cannot have all players playing in the system they play at the club level, at the national team level. Players have to learn to adapt, but anything close to getting the best players performing at their best as they do in their clubs would benefit us. Daniel Kofiche this season is on form. After opening his account, he's gone on to score in 3 consecutive games. In the Europa League as well, he found the back of the net versus Nantes. Hopefully, he continues his form with Ghana. Salis Yusuf of RC Lens, somewhat of a replacement of Partey in terms of his injury, if he does suffer one. I think this guy, for long this season, has been immaculate. He's come out to clear the air on that news that made the rounds that he was not ready to play for Ghana. He did not want to be on the reserve list. He came to explain that he had an injury concern and probably the coach did not understand him well. He is ready to play, he's proud and would be happy to do that. So Salis Yusuf could be a puffer for Thomas Partey. Elisha Owusu, another one here who has been doing well for the national team. And I have to say, players who do so well to the point that you don't even notice they are there, they are gems in themselves. Elisha Owusu is one of those players. When he came on versus Nigeria in that game in the playoffs, when he came on versus Brazil in that second half, he has been doing so well in that midfield for Ghana, in that defensive midfield position. Clement Sulemana as well, not 100% fit of late, has not been getting as much playing time, but he is getting back to full fitness, and hopefully ahead of the World Cup, he does get back to his shape that he made him one of the hottest prospects in Europe in the first half of last season. Ayew, the captain of the side, obviously will be in the captain of Black Stars team. Not because he's captain, he should be starting. Our sad man has struggled a bit this season, but he is someone who finds a knack of getting into positions that can get us into scoring chances. Our best chance versus Brazil was from his end. So not to play 90 minutes per se, but he does have a knack for finding chances that could lead to goals. Osman Bukhari, another informed man who suffered an injury recently. Hopefully his injury is not that serious that will keep him out of the national team ahead of the World Cup. Osman Bukhari is someone who, in the right conditions, he was great versus Nicaragua, although wasted a lot of chances. He is someone who is in form right now for Red Star Belgrade. Hopefully transfers that into the national team. Jordan Ayew, recently being deployed in midfield and thriving there. I think it will be a great time to see how much of the things he does at club level he can do here. Not everyone is a fan of Jordan Ayew, but you have to know that Jordan is experienced in the national team, and that experience might come to bear, not maybe as a starter, but probably as an impact sub. Abdul Fattah Issahaku, not as much playing time for his club side in Sporting CP in Nicaragua. His first Black Stars goal, he made his appearance in the league for Sporting CP as well. He will look to get enough playing time that will get him more into the Ghana Black Stars conversation. We'll see what happens on that front. Joseph Paintsil, one of our brightest sparks in recent times, has been doing well with Gent. Suffered an injury that ruled him out of games recently. He's still not back though, but hopefully he'll be back in time for the World Cup. Majid Ashimero, another player who is currently out injured, and he has not been playing as much this season as he did. Opened his account in the first game of the season, tapered a bit there due to the injury he had. But Ashimero is one of those players who is doing well in Europe and who has to be given the chance once again. He was given the chance before, although he did not grab it and do well or excelled. Probably the system, I have to say that. You have to see the middle or the balance in finding the right system that will help these players thrive. And Ashimero with the Ghana national team probably has not had that. Kamal So, another player who is shining in the Champions League for his club side in Club Brugge. So far, they've not conceded a single goal. They've won all their group games and they look set to qualify to the knockout phases. Interesting times for Kamal Soa, who has been part of the story for Club Brugge this season in the Champions League, finding the back of the net in consecutive games. He would be a great addition to the Ghana national team. And finally, Callum Hudson-Odoi. He can only switch nationalities for Ghana in November. And should he do that, I think he would be a great addition to the Ghana Black Stars team. Doing well with his current club side in Bayer Leverkusen, providing assists and scoring goals as well. And they're doing well with his team. He could transfer to Ghana should he finally make that switch. So those are my midfielders there. 15 of them in there. Who did I miss out on? Who would you add? Who would you remove? I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of the week.